Hey guys, how you doing? How you doing? Uncle Craig here on the Bondock, where my water levels in the pond are maintaining a comfortable, what's that, about a foot or more below the deck and probably 6 or 8 inches below the bridge. And I think that's pretty much where it stabilizes, so we're probably all right there. You know, if it rains for 3, 4, 5 days in a row and they have to start releasing water, then you know, it might fill up, but I think it's gonna be all right. Well, if you watched my last video, I did put the gate together, almost, and now I have finished, for the most part, the gate, and I wheeled it actually from here because it's got wheels, right? So I just wheeled it all the way down this road to the front, see how it would do, see how my welds held up. But you know, it's 2 different kinds of metal, so it was a nightmare. But yeah, it's all right. I think I'm gonna probably add to it, but for the most part, you know, we do need to have a gate, you know, so I'm gonna put it up here so we can close it and open it until I finish it up. And again, it's the goal there is to have it be a powered gate, electric, you know, remote control. But I need to fix the pillars, do the finish work on the cement, and all that. Here, check it out. Pretty cool, huh? So what I did with for now anyway, I just put a piece of string on this so I could go back and get my camera. What we got going? Yeah, I think it turned out all right. You know, again, it was not without its challenges, that's for sure. But you know, I think I did all right for having never made a gate. I'm gonna close it, we'll take a look at it. The rope is only temporary, just so it doesn't fall over. But that was the other thing, was, here, took it out. It actually rolls quite nicely. You know, and I'm not even, you know, I don't have to hold it up. It's actually balanced itself, which is attesting to the fact that I made that thing level. You know, so the bottom's level, and there it is right there. Pretty cool. What do you think, man? I think it's all right. But you can see here what happened was it wasn't really wide enough. I mean, this part is going to be a little bit more out because I'm going to fill this all in with cement, right? Because I got to fix all this. But I think it needed more, and I don't have more tubing. So in the absence of more tubing, what I'm going to do is, or what I thought I'd do, I did have like 1 tube, so I just cut a piece and put it, welded a little piece, if not even only temporary maybe, to the ends. What I really need to do is probably extend this out, you know. If I get this tubing, I'll bring it out to here, and I'll make a bar go down there, welded on. So about 25 centimeters on each side. Should be all right. And, you know, with the rocks, it rolls right over the rocks and all the dirt and everything. And again, it's just sitting there by itself, so that's attesting to that side being flat, or level. So that's kind of cool, actually. I'm happy about that. I was worried that if it was even off a little bit, that it would, you know, it would teeter the gate and the gate would fall to the wayside or whatever. But I was wrong, because it come out all right. And I didn't burn myself, although I did maybe burn my hair, because I was banging it and banging it and banging it, and one of the pieces of the weld kind of came, you know, undone a little bit. So I wound up having to re-weld it. And when I did that, I didn't put my head sock on. I just put the mask over, you know, the helmet. And I could feel those hot embers jumping over the helmet and kind of burning the top of my head. But anyway, yeah, man, I like it. I like it a lot. And yeah, it was, I got up pretty early. I was out there welding those extra two, I don't know if you can see them from here, but I had those other two little diamonds I added, right? Previous video I kind of showed it, but I didn't weld them yet. So I welded those two, and then I had to correct a couple welds, and then I had to grind them all down so they're better looking. And then I had to, you know, I spray painted the whole thing real good, flat black. I also got a bunch of big washers for the wheel axle, and I put 7 washers between the wheels, which probably is the reason why it's stable on its own on the plank, because, you know, the wheels are wide enough apart that it adds to the stability. So yeah, but I'm tired for today, so I'm gonna leave that like that. I can roll it closed and use the rope to lasso it, you know, so it don't open. But tomorrow I'm gonna have to devise the I'm probably gonna have to wheel that thing back over here and do some more welding, because I need to figure out how the gate attaches to the other side, right? Like I could, if that other pillar was finished, or, you know, that's what I should do. I should just finish the pillars. That way when I finish, you know, in finishing the pillar, maybe I can build into that the piece of metal, or the metal stop, so when the gate comes, it stops there, and that's where I'm able to lock it or whatever. So yeah, so tomorrow's gonna be a cement day then. Lovely. I love cement. What are you doing, cat? No. He likes my wood. No pun intended. All right, man. Well, I did want to do a couple more things today, but that was about all I was going to do. You know, I figured actually, I thought I was going to be able to finish that thing up in the morning and all that, but this was the old steel. That's what I'm probably going to use. Maybe I can use one of these as a stop. You know, so weld one of these to the gate, and then get one of these to the pillar. You know, so then I can lock it up like that. My wife running around today. She left with the key to the house, and I hadn't showered. I was dead tired, thirsty, no key, and my phone's inside, so I couldn't call her. And I was like, oh my God. So, but window's open, so I put the ladder, stepped on the ladder. I was able to get near the top, but I had to do the, you know, where you grab it and then you pull yourself up and you just kind of stand up and do a hand press, lift your body up, and then bend it over and get in there. Not for the faint-hearted. If you can't do a hand press, a body press, you're never gonna make it. You'll fall out of that window and crack your back. But I did it, survived. Thank you. And what else? Well, but yeah, I'm tired, man. I wanted to, like I said, finish that up in the morning, then I was gonna actually go out to the lady who sells the, what's the wood, eucalyptus tree logs, and buy some more logs so I can start on that bamboo palace over there, renovating that one into some other stuff. But I did not get to that. I know I showed this a bunch of times. I had a big old plant here. My wife cut those leaves off, and it was a tree, and then she separated it into, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She split that one plant into 8. So we'll see how the 8 do, see if they take off or if they don't. They probably will though. They're kind of hardy. I forget what kind of palm it's called. They're kind of hardy. I'll tell you, my hibiscus that I bought, it's been a year or whatever. These hibiscus do not grow, man. Look how small that is and how small that is. They've been that way for a long time, and I've been through a couple different pots. That's not even a pot, that goes straight into the ground, so because it's got a big hole in the bottom, and nothing changes with those guys. I don't know what the deal is. Change the soil and everything. You know, hibiscus typically is a big old plant. So I was thinking maybe it's a couple of years or something, then it's just going to take off and be out of control. But I don't want them here anyway, really, because I don't want that one here either. Because this area right here is where I want to put, you know, my plunge pool, man. Right there, right here. So that's about that. That's a whole nother project. Okay, well, I just want to give you guys a little bit of an update. Show you the gate again. That's probably like 4 or 5 gate videos. Let you know what we're up to. We're going to go to Pichit, a neighboring province, because they have boat races today, which were the like the Royal Barge kind of boat races. They're not the Royal Barge, but they're made in that fashion of the Royal Barge boats. But I needed to finish the gate, man. I couldn't go. Or we decided not to go. and my wife had to run around doing stuff. So yeah, hey everybody, how you doing? Well, this is the second edition of the gate. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool in this viewfinder, man, with all that rice in the background. Anyway, yeah, I put the screen on the bottom. I actually turned the whole gate around. Before I had the hardware that I welded, I had it on this side. Earlier in this video, I think I showed it that way, but now I have it on the outside because when I attached this, I had to have it flush, right? And I also put the locking bracket, not locking, but prevent it from teetering out. Just drilled that in there and bolted that. I had those laying around. If you remember when I hung all that pipe up in my shop, I made 8 of these or 4 of these, I don't know, but I made too many, so I had extra. I had, wait a minute, I think I can use that, and so I did that. I broke this one, this side. The gate fell actually, so I patched it with this metal tape, I guess we could call it, that I had. And that was the whole deal, right? I wanted to try and make this gate with what I had laying around. I'm gonna use the old gate doors, put them together, weld them together, make a gate. Although when you're looking at it, those bars that go on the outside that prevent it from teetering out, I need to make the gate wider. Not right now, but when I get more tubing, maybe if I'm working on another project and I'm using that kind of tubing or something, and then I have extra, I can do that. Or if I have another project, I don't know, just thinking in my head, but I'm trying to scrap everything, right? And where I can anyway. But in that true fabrication way, because that's what we do here in Thailand. I learned that from everybody here. Fabricate it, man. And but it's still kind of costly. That grating on the bottom, that decorative metal, prevent dogs from coming through the gate. Well, of course they could just go around it, but anyway, my wife wanted it there too. But so that's like almost like 1,000 baht for each sheet, and it's the size of plywood, but you can't cut it right in half. It wouldn't meet the two. It wouldn't be wide enough for the 2 bars to where I tacked it on. So I had to be able to cut it at the right length, which meant that I had a whole piece left over. But 2 sheets, 2,000 baht. The welding from the guy, and the wheels welding with the guy was like 300 and 500, so 800, so that's 2,800 baht. And then what else? I already had all the screws. All the paint was 45 baht a can. I had like 5 cans. That's 200, so that's about 3,000 baht. This was leftover pieces, and what I thought I would do is, those are about 40 centimeters wide, and I was going to put 25 to 30 centimeters on either side. So I might just actually, if I get the tubing, I can cage it up with that on the side, so the gate would look like it has that, and then that, and then that. It's all right. Still looks cool. Whew. Just got out of the shower, but I'm sweating. No wind. My dog barking, he hears me. Well, that's it. The gate job is, 90, I should say 90%, 95% complete. I can leave it like that for a while. It opens and shuts fine. I have not finished. Oh, I forgot to show you. You probably saw it in the camera, but I still need to finish the cement. I had to fill in a lot today. I put some bricks in there and cemented that up and that, but I couldn't do it all. I needed to let it dry like that and then come back to it and do more. So I'll do that. But yeah, but I'm happy with the way it turned out. It's functional now. I can move it up and down. When I get everything else done with the pillars and it's looking all real nice, and I figure out any other little bugs, then I'll buy the automation, you know, buy the chain drive or whatever, gear drive, open that gate automatically. All right, guys, thanks for watching again. Hey, whoa, the sun's bright, and keep watching. I'll get back at you from here on the Bon Hog.